Always get jacked up, get this music going, get a little blood pumping, right? Hey, everybody. I am your host here, Matt McCourt. And this is Life's Journey at 50. And back in the saddle here a little bit. And, let's jam this out a little bit. But, I've been crazy. It's middle of May almost. This cold weather keeps sticking around. And fun, right? All right, let me take this music on out of here. So, hope everybody's doing well this evening. And so my topic is if you don't see my YouTube channel, I've been trying to do a little bit different. It's mostly around my adventures on my motorcycle. So if you get a chance, head on over to YouTube, Life's Journey at 50, same thing. And hopefully you can subscribe and if you like the videos, like them or whatever, maybe make some feedback comments and check them out. But you have to check out my last three. So that part of it is what an experience I had it's been a little over a week ago now. I left on a Thursday and came back on, actually I cut the trip short because of weather, and came back on a Monday. But I left on a Thursday, went to the Smoky Mountains. If you've never been to the Smoky Mountains, it's beautiful. I stayed in a place called Cades Cove. Fantastic location. Really beautiful. You can see it on one of my videos there. And then I did Friday, I was doing the Dragon's Tail, which is pretty cool. It's 11 miles, and I think it's 318 curves in 11 miles. And if you have a sports car, or obviously I'm on a motorcycle and stuff like that, but it's pretty crazy. I mean, there was at one point there was like 60 Mini Coopers. They were doing like a little rally through there, and some Ford, some Mustang GTs and other cars, and obviously sport bikes, and then you had the Harley Davidsons and everybody else that's kind of tooling through there. But that was pretty cool, and it's just beautiful scenery through the Smokies and everything. It was, but what a journey! I have to say. So I started off my trip, and again, if you haven't watched the videos, I'll give a little bit more detail here. So I start off. I leave a little bit before 6 o'clock in the morning. It's pouring the rain down in Cincinnati, and it rained for probably normally takes maybe an hour and a half to get to Lexington. Probably closer to 2 hours with the rain, and it rained all the way through Lexington. I finally stopped just to take a break from it and had a little breakfast at the old Cracker Barrel. If you've never eaten at a Cracker Barrel, it's pretty good stuff. But anyways, it poured the rain down, so that's how it started off. I get about another hour south. I want to stop, get some fuel. My clutch, the little lever, to switch the gears and stuff. Your not the clutch, but the gear shift. And at the end of the day, that little thing came off. Didn't even know it. Here's a brand new bike, a 2021 BMW. Spent a lot of money for it, and that piece is missing. And I'm trying to curl my foot underneath it. It was a mess. Fill up. Luckily enough, I was at a exit, and there was a Harley dealer. Oh God, why am I yawning? So embarrassing. So rude. There was a Harley Davidson dealership about a mile and a half away. I was able to make it there. And I think this Harley Davidson is the biggest one in Kentucky, and it's probably between Lexington and Knoxville, Tennessee. And I pull up. It's 9:30 in the morning. It's a Thursday, and I'm thinking, okay, they'll be open or whatever. I pull up to the service side, and there's people in the room, but like the doors are locked and everything like that. And then I realized that they're having a meeting, and I looked at the door, and it didn't even dawn on me. They don't open until 10. I'm like, wow, okay. I was kind of shocked by them not even opening until 10. So I sat around, and I'm sure that they all looked kind of curious as here's this guy with a BMW gear on and bike, and the heck's he doing here? So they finally open up. I tell them what happened. They bust my chops a little bit because they're Harley Davidson. And but I couldn't say more nice things about the service manager and the crew there. Why am I yawning? Am I that boring to myself? Hopefully I'm not that boring to you guys. I apologize. But he got a bolt and a screw or whatever and kind of ratcheted in there, and it Jimmy rigged it enough to get it to get it to work a little bit. But anyways, the bolt was too long and it prohibited me from switching gears cleanly. And anyways, I got on the highway, got down the road, and I was probably an hour and a half, 2 hours away from Knoxville. And I got to the BMW dealership in Knoxville, and I literally, got it up to their service department, and I just said, dudes, you got to help me out here. This is a brand new bike, and this piece is missing, and they were kind of shocked by it, but they were really super nice. They took my they brought it in the garage. They took a part off of a brand new bike and put it on mine, which was really cool of them to do that. And so I was really happy because I wouldn't have been able to do Friday, the Dragon's Tail and all that stuff. There's no way I would have been able to do that without the bike being in full working condition, because that's a very dangerous drive. Like I said, there's a lot of twisties. There's no guardrails. It's 30 miles an hour maximum. Everybody's kind of zipping through there even somewhat faster. And I would just tell you that it is if your equipment's not right, you shouldn't be on that road. And thank God they got that together, because if it wasn't for that, I would have skipped it, and that would have been a major portion of the trip. And then I went, and the whole time I'm talking about here for 7 minutes is because I went to the BMW riding school, and what an experience that was. I had 2 days off-road training. Again, watch the videos. You'll see me be, the bike's a tank. That's all I have to say. You'll see me. I wreck it into off of a bridge into a little ditch and stuff like that, or probably a 4 or 5 foot drop off or whatever. I'm still banged up and bruised from that. Some people have seen some of the video. If you've seen the videos, you see at least one picture of my ankle in there. My legs still hurt. Second day, I ran it into a tree and just about felt like if it wasn't for my boots and having protective gear on, I think it would have probably broke my femur or whatever, at least my shin bone or something like that. But it was a great experience. I mean, it was a class act. BMW really knows what they're doing there. Not only with the bikes, but they had the car performance center there and stuff like that. I bet you they had $300 million worth of equipment there in cars and all the stuff that they had. Facility was just absolutely fantastic. Instructors were great. They put on a spread both days for lunch that, was absolutely phenomenal. It wasn't like some box lunch. I mean, it was actually catered, and it was great food. They hydrated us 24/7 and really just treated you extremely well. So if you have a BMW car and you want to find out what that performance is like, or just in general, you want to take a driving course, do that. If you've got a motorcycle and you want to learn some off-road, they also do regular street, training, because there was other classes there as well with ours. Ours was, off, adventure type training. But I would tell you, it was absolutely fantastic, regardless of what bike you have and stuff like that. And highly recommend you just pay the extra. It was like $300 to use their bike, because with me, I felt like obviously it wasn't my bike, so I didn't take it gingerly. I kind of put it through its paces and really wanted to learn on it. So you just kind of ride it and own it. But they had some great stories though too. I mean, they talked about I guess the weekend prior, a guy had bought a brand new BMW, kind of like mine, and he brought it and decided to use his own bike instead of their bike because he wanted to save like the 300 and some bucks. I guess the very first day, halfway through the day, he whiskey throttled it, which means he gunned it and caught it wrong or whatever, wheelied it, flipped the bike over, hit the pavement and something else or whatever, basically totaled his bike, cracked the engine, destroyed one of the wheels, and literally the local BMW dealership had to bring a truck in and to haul it out of there because it basically it totaled the bike. And the guy was from Pennsylvania, so I can imagine he's down there probably staying at a hotel, has his bike, he rode all the way from Pennsylvania and destroyed it, and he only had it for a couple of months. So I'm sure that was a great conversation with his insurance company. So pretty crazy. And there's been some other things. If you watch the videos, they told me that my what I did was child's play with what some people have done. And I feel like, I felt terrible when I did it, you feel like a idiot, and, but it was great training. It was a great experience. I would highly recommend, you want to learn how to drive the cars, go there. If you want to learn how to do motorcycle techniques and different things, whether it's adventure riding off road or it's on the streets and stuff like that, well worth it. Just great instructors, great facility, everything. So really had a blast at that. It's in Greer, South Carolina, right outside of like Spartanburg, Greenville area. Beautiful place. And people were, like I said, were just extremely friendly. But yeah, so I had a little bit of that. And then the other thing that happened to me on the way down, my Senna, there's really two kind of like companies that really do like communications for like motorcycles, and it's Senna and Cardo packs. And I've had my Senna for 5 months, and it died on me. Same day on Thursday, I had no way to, like, if someone called me to pick it up, inside my helmet and talk, no music, no nothing, down and back, because you just don't pick them up at a corner grocery store type of thing, and it's expensive for one of these. So by the time I got back, I ordered actually a new Cardo one, and to try something different. And I'm still waiting to hear back from Senna on what they're going to do to replace my unit, because it's only 5 months old. But yeah, so I had my bike, had the incident with the lever to shift, and then sure enough, why am I getting from what is it? That's weird. Sorry about that. It's been a crazy night. Yeah, so I get the shifter thing, issue. My communications go out. It's raining on the way down. I about break my legs at the event. And then on the way back, from the time I left from Greer, South Carolina, until I got past, probably a little bit past where that Harley dealership was in Kentucky, I rode in the rain. And you'll see that in the videos, and you really don't get a great snap. I had to actually pull over a few times because it was so bad coming through Tennessee and stuff like that because of the rain. I had to pull over a few times just to let the heavy downpours pass. So that was always fun, riding in the rain on a motorcycle, and like I said, you can see it in the second video at the end what I dealt with on the way home. And then finally, when I was probably an hour south of Lexington, it kind of cleared up, and was partly cloudy, and it had a decent ride on the rest of the way home. And because I was originally supposed to go from South Carolina down to Georgia to Atlanta and then back through, and I saw the weather forecast for like the next 3 days, and it was out of control. And so anyways, it was pretty crazy. So I ended up not going down that way because they were planning on some bad storms, some everything, and it was pretty nuts. So yeah, again, I got all kinds of crazy stuff here. My daughter's in the background. Her phone's going off crazy. My phone's going off crazy. I don't know what's going on. So I apologize, everybody. This is the life of an amateur podcaster. So, but yeah. So, anyways, the weather was going to be bad. I didn't want to deal with all that stuff, so I just boogied back or whatever. But yeah, I wanted to talk about my experience. So, if you get a chance, definitely go check it out. It's on my YouTube channel, Life's Journey at 50. And you can see the 3 days. I kind of broke it up. You got the Tennessee, you got the Dragon's Tail portion and all that. Then you got day 1 of the BMW school, and then you got day 2 with the tail end of me on my way home video. And it just gives you an idea of kind of what the experience was for that haul. So, yeah, looking forward to it. My next adventure is going to be coming up pretty soon. Debating, figuring out which path I'm going to go. I've been thinking about going to the UP, going through Michigan, the Upper Peninsula, up and around through Wisconsin and down through Illinois, or potentially making a little bit journey further west and maybe heading out to Deadwood, Sturgis, and hitting that piece out there with the South Dakota, Mount Rushmore and Wyoming and stuff like that. Doing my thing and really, really enjoying it. So, yeah, I just wanted to do a quick podcast on that. I thought it would be kind of fun to talk a little bit about my travels, kind of the escapades that went on, get a little bit backstory based on the videos that I have out there. And again, even when I camped on Thursday night, it poured the rain down probably for 2 or 3 hours that night. Thank God my good tent, my Kelty tent was great. No issues with water or anything like that. But like the rain I experienced on Thursday and just the stuff with my communication, the bike, having to get that fixed. I mean, it was a long 4 or 5 days, but it was well worth it. I wouldn't trade it for the world. It was a great experience. Love it. And my bike is just absolutely fantastic and craziness. So really enjoy it. I just wanted to pop in here because if you get a chance to check out that YouTube, you'll get an understanding a little bit more of the backstory and kind of what was going on. And just, some of the challenges that you face in life. But it was all good, all fun, and had a blast. So, all right, folks. Hey, I wanted to get on here, just do a quick one about my adventures, especially going to the Smokies, which is just absolutely gorgeous. If you get a chance, highly recommend it if you've never been there. Cades Cove was beautiful. BMW school, can't say enough good things about the people and everything, the whole experience. So, just the craziness of kind of this life's journey at 50, right? So, hey, again, I'm your host, Matt McCourt. Really appreciate you stopping by. Again, you can catch me on Podbean, Apple, Spotify, Google, and Amazon. Obviously, check me out on YouTube. Subscribers are jumping up there. I used to have like 9, 10. I think I'm up to 40 some, so not a bad thing. Not that I'm looking to do anything, but it's always fun to share your experiences with everybody and kind of quote unquote keeping it real. So anyways, all right, that's enough of me. 20 minutes is enough to talk about the school. So thanks a lot. Take care and have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.